Yeah, I already did. Yeah, I saw it.
It did, Justin.
My bad, brother. That's why I'm good with computers, but just
I'll
oh,
remind him. I
uh,
remind him for you, Justin.
not. Yeah, I saw him log in. Like, oh, okay. I guess I gotta click on that, huh?
Bro, and I'm still in Facebook jail,
But
man.
yeah,
Remember,
again, that
I'm still in Facebook jail.
what's wrong with your again? You probably did something in your past life, man. That you got somebody upset that they're blocking all your and that. See, I don't want to talk about what I was gonna. I'll send you a message on the Facebook that I was telling you because I don't want to have nobody think that I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, uh, for some reason you get blocked all the time, man. I don't know what's going on with your Facebook. Uh, but yeah, hopefully we can get those that I was telling you about, and that one will work for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh, but yeah, definitely, man. Um, how's everybody else doing? How's your Friday going? Any deals you just want to talk about it? Who made money this week?
Hey,
Who has
what's
money
up?
in the
What's
pipeline?
up, man?
What's going on, guys? Hey, what's up, David? Haven't
What's
seen
up,
you.
Arturo?
Wow, my brother.
I've been listening every week. I gotta keep it on the video off and the sound off because I do physical therapy. I had torn labrum surgery.
Oh wow, you had that?
Yeah.
Oh wow, man. It sounds complicated.
No. It's just you can see the sling, like my arm's in the sling, so I have one arm.
Okay, I get you.
So, but yeah, me and Mag, we actually last night we were on the dialer taking turns going back and forth making cold calls last night.
There you go, my brother. That's the best. Again, you can text, you can RBM, you can email, but the best way is to get on the line and make that person make the decision there to talk to you and say they want to sell their house or not. Because if you get too many people options to have a third, fourth option, then they might not even respond. Call them. Hey, what's going on? Did you get my letter? Or hey, hey, is this a house that burned down? Or is this a house that got broken into? What are you talking about? Yeah, is this a house on Main Street? Yeah, yeah. There's a house that broke down that got broken into. My boss actually took a video of it. So what are you talking about? Who's your boss? And again, you see now they're hearing you out. You're doing the pattern interrupt. That's all you want people to hear you out. You know what I mean? And that's the way. Again, I try to keep my business as simple as possible, guys. Again, because I love the time that I have, and I don't want to have to do too many things that this just try this new thing. I mastered more or less like 80% of what I do, and I just do it consistently. Like right now, I'm gonna go look at a couple of properties. This morning, this guy called me. He wants to sell me a mobile home for 1,600 bucks. That's probably worth like 20.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? He just wants to unload it. A lady that just called me later on right now on one of my bandit signs. She says again the moratorium. They allow her to take 6 months off, and then now they're asking you for the 6 month payments all at once plus the seventh month.
Yeah.
See? So now she called me, hey, do you sell her houses? Like, yeah, well, I buy them and then I resell them. And she's like, well, I'm trying to move on. And I ask her what's going on. She's like, well, my house has happened. Now they're asking me for 7 payments all at once. So, oh, I can buy your house and get you a new one. You see, it's all about being able to do the same thing. Again, my bandit signs, the stickers, my VA does cold callings sometimes to really niche list. Again, the SEO, the Google, the Facebook groups. That's all I do. I try to not make it complicated, and I just do the
I would
same
tell
thing over and over and over.
I would say
And I trust the process.
anybody that's nervous with the cold calling, I would tell them just get with somebody else and just take turns back and forth. They can hear you, you can hear them, and we critique each other back and forth when we're done. Like Mag and I were doing it last night, and it breaks it up because you're going to get a lot of people that are pissed off. No, go after yourself, whatever. You go back at them, and then it just makes it a lot easier. So anybody else that's doing cold calling, I would tell you, like, get somebody else that even Mag and I aren't even in the same state, but we just go back and forth. Like he'll do a couple, he'll do like five, then I'll do like five, and you get a lot of no answers, but it breaks up the monotony.
Yeah, I get you. I understand. Yeah, definitely. And again, and that's what again
And
going.
Zoom is free, guys. 45
Yeah,
minutes.
Yeah,
guys,
and
listen,
also
I'm gonna mute my end because I gotta go in, but I'm be listen. I'll talk in the chat.
all right, brother. Be safe. Get better, man.
Thanks, bro. You too.
So again, it's just a matter of getting it done. It's always good to, again, one of the things that you gotta know how to do is gotta be able to think fast. Don't let people like if you take up. You need to be able to take a punch when you're talking to somebody. Again, and that's why again going back. That's why I praise so much Justin and Claude is that they teach you how to be gutsful and not be scared, not be afraid of that punch. They teach you how to react to a punch. Again, and that's what I love. Again, you can put me anywhere or anybody. I can teach you how to talk to somebody. You'll get the point across, and you'll come up with the upper hand. Trust me. But if you don't know how to talk to people, if you don't know how to talk to a hot girl, then you're never gonna get the hot girl. Maybe you'll get it once she gives up. But again, if you don't know how to talk to a hot girl, then life sucks. You know what I mean? A lot of people have that.
Steve is smiling. He knows all about that, bro.
Yeah, I'm kind of. It is like the phone calls are talking to a hot girl, and when you're in high school talking to a hot girl, you're not gonna go up to her.
I'm married 38 years.
There you go.
The hot girl days are over.
But yeah, again, don't be afraid. Again, just get it done. Oh, yeah, my sister-in-law gave me this energy drink. It's organic. It tastes like shit, but hey,
You'll be
it's a
jacked
gift, right?
up. You get jacked up.
But yeah, guys. Any other stories? Any deals you guys want to talk about? Any questions that a seller gave you that you want to talk about? Again, I'm open game right now.
I want to make sure you're going to be around for Monday night. You hear what we're doing?
What's going on? Sorry, I've been trying to catch up on the last week. What's going on?
We're doing a meeting. We're doing a 9 o'clock Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, Monday night get together. And we're going to be bringing in different speakers and all. We're trying to, I'm going to host this with Justin. And we're looking for just what everybody wants to, what they would like to see in an additional meeting. And then I'll start putting it all together. And the following week, it's going to be open to everybody. This week won't. The following this Monday coming up is just like organizational kind of thing. I'll have some lists and see what people want to talk about going forward. You know, if they want to hear people bring in gurus or bring in trainers or whatever, I mean, we're open to all of that. So
that's good. That's good. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, definitely, I'll be there. It's
Monday night.
8 p.m. Central, right?
Or whatever it is. Yeah, sounds good.
I think we're an hour before you guys.
Yeah, so 9 o'clock Eastern. Spread the word. Should be good. Listen, we're doing this to have fun and to help grow this, grow the amount of people that show up at these things and all. Because the bigger we can make this group, the better it's going to be for everybody.
I'm doing it to make money. I want to make money. I'm in my working years, and I'm trying to make as much money as possible.
Well, when
I was having a conversation with my sister, and she's like, "Money's not everything." Well, money might not be everything, but money helps out a lot of things. It helps out a lot of things. And again, you can't say. Again, it helps out a lot of things. Like, unfortunately, it is what it is. That's society. And again, you either play the game with the rules that are given, or you don't play at all. I'm playing the game with the rules that are given. I'm not here to change the game. I'm just playing it to the best of my abilities.
Hey, Arturo, what's up, man? I got a question.
What's going on, my brother?
You were in the lending field before, and I'm talking to this seller, right? She owns this house, but she's out of state and it's free and clear. And she's asking me for a down payment. And I told her, hey, go to the bank and get like an equity line of credit or a cash out refi. But she's like, they won't because she's unemployed. And I'm like, maybe you could use the rental income. And they're like, yeah, they won't do it. Is there a way around that to get her that down payment that she wants?
Yes. There's something called asset-based lending.
Yeah.
It's higher interest, but they solely go based on the asset.
Okay.
It's basically for investors. So basically, let's say your house, you say it was free and clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say it's worth 100K. They'll probably lend you 50 on it.
Gotcha.
No credit verification. You might have to open an LLC. It's like $350 to put the house in the LLC. But aside from that, they don't ask you for anything. They might ask you for your ID, etc. Right? But they don't ask you for credit verification. They don't ask you for debt to income ratios. They don't ask you for payments, etc.
Hey, that's good to know because she's like, yeah, she's willing to do that because I'm like, listen, I don't have the amount of down payment you're asking me for, and she's like, well, if I open up if you help me get that equity line of credit, would you also pay the interest? Because that wasn't my original plan. I just needed like the lump sum down payment. I was like, I gotta think about it, but thanks for bringing that up. I gotta try to suggest an asset based lender to her. And she's asking, well, she lives in Houston, but the property's in New Jersey. So she's like, oh, can I do that if she lived in Houston and the property's in New Jersey?
So yeah, definitely. Oh, I was gonna ask you. So you're trying to buy the house from this lady?
Yes, but I don't want to make the down payment. I'm trying to tell her go take out the down payment from the free and clear house that you're trying to sell me.
How much does she need?
She needs 150,000, but she's like, well, I'll take 50,000 if I can get the 100 from the house. And I'm like, why not? I was like, just take the entire thing, what you need from the house. And she's like, well, if I do that, you're gonna pay the interest. I was like, I'll think about it.
How much is the house worth right now as is?
Probably like 287.
Okay. So and she wants how much she's selling it to you right now?
She's trying to sell it to me for a little bit more than that because she's like, well, I'm giving you terms, but I'm like, well, the terms aren't too hot.
Yeah, you're giving me terms, but again, who's giving you 150K? That's not really terms.
No.
I mean, if you give me terms, that means it's terms. I'll give you $1 million with nothing out of pocket.
Right. Okay.
Those are terms. You want both. You want the pizza, but you don't want to get fat. That's what she. So again, that's what she's giving you. And like Claude says, you peeing on my bag and you telling me it's raining.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess the motivation scale isn't there. I guess is what I'm getting.
But she's selling it to you for what? 150?
Come again?
She's selling it to you for how much?
She wants full price, and I can make payments for 2 years, and she's trying to get me to put a big down payment. I told her, listen, I'm not doing the down payment, but you can take it out of the house if you want. She's like, yeah, I think I'm open to that. So if all goes through with an asset-based loan, then I might be able to do it that way and just make payments off the bat without zero money out of pocket.
How much would that loan be if you buy it all outright at full price?
Sorry, I'm not that advanced. What do you mean by that?
So she's selling it to you at 250 with 150 down, right?
Like, let's just say 290 for round numbers.
Okay, 290, so 300K, and she wants half down.
That's what she wants, but she's not gonna get it.
Yeah. That's just, again, I would have told her, unfortunately, ma'am, you want full price, but you want half down. Again, have you tried getting half down from anybody here? Like anybody in this county or this city? She's gonna probably know exactly because there's nobody giving you 150K down right now, especially in this economy. So again, the best way you can do is get a loan. But she said she can't get a loan either because she has no good credit. And I wouldn't buy it again. What I would do with that deal is just follow up with it.
Yeah, I hear
you. I am willing to give you a 300K for your house, but I'm not gonna give you any down payment. Maybe 5K.
Gotcha.
And just
I told her, but like, yo, if anything, 10K is my max. Other than that, I don't think it's gonna work out because I'm trying to make money. You're trying to make money. It's not a good fit, and I left it at that.
Yeah. So just follow up with her. Again, she's unemployed. She's gonna come to a point where there's no more food in the pantry. And now she has this 300K house that she can't do anything with. Are your plan, if you were to get terms at low down payment, what was your plan? To make payments on it for 2 years and wrap it or lease it out, or what was your?
I was gonna wrap it or lease it out because I need the cash flow and the lump sum because
Not in 2 years, you're not.
Yeah. What I would do with that house, again, just follow up with her, and then I'll give her 200K.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just follow up until the pain matches the price, and then go there. It's like I told Mag, Like that, you just gotta touch base, and
Okay.
bring like especially with her that she's unemployed, bring unemployed pain points. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my mom just got unemployed as well, ma'am. Again, she's having a hard time buying groceries, and again, she's telling me to help her out with taxes to pay on the house. And again, mom, I'm sorry, mom, I gotta pay my own taxes. Again, you bring those little pain points that you know she's having. She
Mm-hmm.
has to pay taxes. She's got to pay the light. She's got to pay the water. She's got to pay the insurance. Again, yeah, you know what? My sister, she had her house broken into and she had no insurance. How's your insurance on your house, ma'am? Are you
Mm-hmm.
have it current or you're not paying it? Because I know crime's going up, especially when you're not living in the house. That you're in Houston and your house is in New Jersey. So you see, you bring on these pain points.
Mm-hmm.
She starts thinking the little the pain level goes a little bit up
Mm-hmm.
because you're bringing that.
Yeah.
That's the way. That's the way. That will be my game plan on that one
Oh
until it
yeah.
matches the pain point and how much you don't want to give you 200K.
Yeah.
I wish I can give you more, but I can't give you more.
Yeah. Yeah. I think another thing that's like uh, not motivating her is because she has a relative that's occupying it for way below market rent. So I don't think there's no motivation for that relative to go
Oh,
anywhere
so
either.
it's rented.
It was occupied by a relative, so it's not even close to market rent.
Okay. Yeah. Then I will push it. Just keep it, ma'am. Again, it's paid for. You're getting a little bit of money. It's not what you want, but again, you don't want to kick out your cousin or or your nephew, do you? So
That's
you
true.
push her towards that. You push it to that. I bet your nephew can probably get a loan probably in about 10 years and buy you out. But again, that's a great thing you're doing it for your nephew. Because again, my mom's not that great with me. Again, she'll probably charge me either full rent for that price or ask me to get a loan or get out of there in 3 months. So you see, bring out those conversations that she's having in her head.
Hmm.
Because I bet you, who wants to leave $500 on the table just because they're your family members? Nobody.
Hmm.
Nobody. But it's hard to have that conversation. Hey, you know what? I was renting to you at 1,000. Now I gotta rent it to you at 2,000. Okay, that's the rent rate. Those are hard conversations that I bet you she has with herself, but she doesn't have the guts to get with that person and tell them, hey, your rent's no longer 1,000, now it's 3,000,
Hmm.
because it creates friction. And then you bring
Hmm.
the your personal. Yeah, my mom's not that. Man, you're nicer than my mom, lady. My mom
Hmm.
won't charge me less than what is worth than what I gotta pay for it.
Hmm.
Because you know she's having those conversations. You're bringing the pain out. You're literally cracking the shell and you're taking it out the little eggshells from it
Hmm.
until it
Cool, man.
all.
Yeah, this is probably gonna have to be a follow up several times type of deal till she
Yep,
finally cracks. Thank you.
yep, definitely, definitely, my brother. What's going on, guys? Any other deals you want to talk about? Any other questions? Again, this are the things. This is the time where you wanna. You know what? That asshole of a client told me this. How would you react? And maybe I don't react the best way, but again, at least you get another point of view. It's all about having different points of view. We're not all the same. So for us, we gotta forget. What was it? Myself, hear myself, or somebody was talking? No.
Hey,
So
Arturo.
what's going on, Marvin?
Hey, man. Hey, Arturo, when you tell them, your boss had you to call, etc. So what do you say when they ask you who is your boss,
Robert,
or they want the name of your boss?
Robert Garcia, or or
Say that again.
or Ed Gonzalez, or David, or Marvin Elmore. I'm quick with it.
Okay.
I'm quick with it. Oh yeah, his
Okay.
name is Robert.
And then it doesn't matter. Then if the deal closes, then they're gonna, I don't know if they would be the name of your boss. So if you did the deal, would they be looking for that person, or they wouldn't know who that was exactly who was doing the
There's
deal?
three.
When it comes time to put the ink on the paper.
Yeah, you're overthinking it. When there's a check in front of you, you don't care
Yeah.
who's the check from.
All right.
Right?
That'll work.
Little things that yeah, you're like, oh, what did they ask me? But just be quick on it. Yeah, my name is his name is Robert. You want to talk to him? Yeah, okay. Well, before you talk to him again, are you interested in selling your house or not? Because again, if you think I'm an asshole lady, like my boss is a real asshole. Again, if I'm gonna pass you over to him, that means you either gonna sell a house or you're gonna buy a house from him.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
All right, I appreciate
It's
it.
quick. Again, you don't get see those that gets you. Those oohs and ahs and pause are good when you're like my boss didn't see that letter, but when they're asking you a question that you gotta answer quickly, what's his name? Robert. Like
Yeah.
this thing, I got 2 calls from.
I'll tell them Arturo.
Yeah, whatever is easier to roll off your mouth. Like in my area, it's mainly
Okay.
Hispanics. Robert Garcia, Robert Trevino, Robert Gonzalez. I'm quick with those names. In your area, hey, Marvin Elmore, Justin Chamus.
So do they ever ask, do they got a business website or something like that, where they can say, I want to see, if you have a legitimate company or anything, or it doesn't go that far usually?
He's like, nah, my boss is just local investor. Again, he probably does like 10 houses, but again, are you interested in selling your house? I flip it back to them.
All right, cool. All right, I got that. Appreciate it.
You just gotta
keep bringing it back to them.
Real quick trigger to respond to whatever they're asking you. Those are BS. What's it called? Objections. You want to get to the streamline one. Okay, you're gonna sell it or not? And if you are, how much? What's going on, guys?
Yo, Arturo, I took your advice last week to call our realtors to see if they had any houses that failed inspections or appraisals, but apparently everything's been appraising lately.
Yeah, it's a hot market. It's a hot market. You just gotta. How many do you have? Like in my area, there's like 1,500 realtors.
Yeah, I know. I went through realtor.com and I went through like 8 pages on like 2 days.
There we go. So in my area, my county is like, I think, like 500,000 people in my county.
Wow.
So there's tons of realtors out there, and but yeah, just keep on having the word out there. It works. You can build relationships. Oh, perfect. So do you have any cash buyers that might be looking for a next investment?
Nice.
It's not just about if there's any deals. You know what? Hey man, sometimes I ran into deals that I know I'm pretty stable with my income, but there's people that want a little bit more than what I can handle as far as the purchase price. But maybe one of your investors might have a little more money than I do, and maybe I can pass on the deal to him. And of course, you get paid a referral fee. So just
run that back again.
So let's say when you were talking to them, you were asking to see if they know of any deals that fell through because of appraisals or inspections, right?
Yeah.
And they said no, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So well, you know what? By the way, I actually lost the property like 2 months ago because they wanted 120 and I only had 80 disposable. Do you have any investors that buy around that 150, 120 range? That again, maybe when I can't buy it, I pass on the deal to him, and again you get paid a referral fee. Do you have anything like that, or your buyers are just people that have banks?
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So you just again you keep on minding the conversation.
Gotcha. Cool, man. Thanks for the advice.
And that's what guts is about. I want to get my point across from what's in my head through my mouth to that person's ears. But sometimes my head's telling me, oh, don't tell her that. Oh, my head's telling me, oh, no, you're shy. Don't say that. And that's where you got to remove that filter and just talk.
Word. Preach, man.
Yeah, my brother. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Arturo.
What's going on, ma'am?
Zadie, how are you?
Do yourself?
Great. Quick question. How do you locate owners of properties like vacant properties but you do like a true people search, you do like a fast people search or whatever, and you can't find them. And PubStream shows a name on PubStream, but the stream when you try to find the address in one of the search engines or whatever, it's a different name. So the
Okay.
name that PubStream is showing as a tax owner is different from what's coming up when you do like a being verified or true people search. And the house
Okay.
is vacant, so it's not as if you can go to the house and knock on the door, whatever. Do you have any kind of strategy? Have you ever come
Well,
across anything like that?
yeah, and that's one of the things that I mentioned. A lot of people are scared how those calls are gonna be. But I was telling, I said it last time as well. You do when you have a vacant house and you can't get a hold of them, you skip trace them, you mail them to their mailing address, and you can't find them. You go to Home Depot, you buy a $2 sign that says "For Sale by Owner." You put your phone number,
Oh,
you put it in front of the lawn. There's gonna be two calls that are gonna be coming in. Two types of calls. People that want to buy it. Those people, yeah, hey, you know what? Well, I just got hired to answer the calls. But yeah, let me have your name and number, and what would you offer for this property if it was available? That's a one call. The second call is gonna be the actual owner. Hey, what the fuck are you selling my house? Oh, you know what? Actually, my boss told me I'm just an answering machine, but my boss told me that I should be expecting this call. What is your name? And let me have my boss call you in 20 minutes.
mm,
You got the
wow.
you got the direct person to it, because maybe the neighbors don't want to tell you who owns it, but when somebody puts it for sale by owner and they call, hey Robert, are you selling your house? Nah. Well, somebody put up for sale by owner. What's the number? Here it is. Call him. Who the fuck are you? Oh, my name is Adi. I apologize. I just got hired to pick up the calls, but my boss did tell me that I should be waiting for this call. And there you go. You know what I mean? But yeah, again, that's the gutsful.
Okay. Right.
You're not being afraid, but you know how to answer. The first call, oh yeah, I'm just an answering company. My boss told me to take names and numbers, and what would you offer for this property if it was available in cash? Again, if it was available. You're not saying that it's available if it was available. And
Mm-hmm.
like Steve said, he said, why the fuck you putting a sign in my house? What's your address? 1204. Oh, I meant to put it on 1203. Yeah, the guys locally are just kind of erratic and a little bit dumb, and they just put it in the wrong address. There you
What
go.
if the house is like on, it's in foreclosure and about to go to auction and the neighbors know about that? Does it matter?
Yeah, as long as you get to a person that owns the property, that gives you interest in the property and that's willing to work with you, then once you get on the contract, then yeah, you really have to run and get people lined up to get this deal stopped from foreclosure and then deal with it. But like I was telling you, I don't know who sent me a message. I think it was Ron. I don't know. He's like, the property is the same thing situation. It was gonna go to foreclosure, but I asked him, the main number one thing is the house vacant.
Mm-hmm.
Don't deal with properties with people in there to stop the foreclosure, because if we're putting money out of pocket to stop a foreclosure, once it's already removed out of foreclosure and they're still there, what's the incentive for them to move out?
Mm-hmm.
If they already told you they can't pay payments, they're not responsible persons. I'm not gonna hold you to your word. I'm not gonna rely on your word. Oh yeah, they gave me their word. Nowadays people don't have words. They think it's just something that's like fluazy, whatever you call it.
Yeah, because I was talking to another investor. Yeah, I was talking to another investor. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to another investor, and he was like, especially when they're about to go to the auction, he offers them, because obviously they're about to lose the house. He offers them like $500 to $1,000, and I'm like, is that not too low? I mean, have you had any kind of experience like that, offering them that low amount, and they sign an agreement, for you to stop the foreclosure?
Well, what's the other solution? If they don't get any, if they don't get somebody to stop a foreclosure, do they get any money from the bank?
So they would take $500 to $1,000 to just sign the property to you. Okay,
Yeah.
just
And
wanted to.
I'll give that money once the house is vacant and I have the contract signed.
Right.
Yeah, because again, what's the other solution if she doesn't resolve it with me? She gets foreclosed, she gets kicked out, and she gets no money, and she ruins her credit.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's just either or. Yeah, you might sound like an asshole. Well, you're taking advantage of me. Well, no, I'm not, because I'm giving you the option to do not do anything. I don't see nobody else giving you $1,000. Again,
Right.
unfortunately, ma'am, I wish I could give you more, but again, the situation that you're at, ma'am, do you know how to stop foreclosures? It's like, no, yeah, well, you gotta hire attorneys, and unfortunately, attorneys, they're not cheap, and unfortunately, you don't have that much time. So when you try to rush an attorney to do things, that means you gotta pay him a little bit more because you're stopping them from doing what they're doing to get into your issue and resolve it.
Arturo, in that situation, would you let the person inside of the house or would you ask them to move?
What do you mean inside the house? The
Well, the
owner?
person that is getting, yeah, the owner.
Oh no, it has to be vacant.
Okay.
They have to move out. Like, yeah, you know what? You have to move out. I might be able to throw in like $200 to get a truck to move your stuff into a storage room and maybe pay 1 month of the storage, but that's pretty much as far as you want to get invested into it. Again, let's like I was telling last time, you got to keep it business. You wish you can help them more, but again, we can't help everybody. We got to be able to help as many as possible with what we have. And me, if you're telling me, you know what, Ace, you're gonna lose your property, but I'll give you 1,000 plus. I'll hire 2 guys to help you move your stuff, and I'll pay one month worth of storage. You're giving me 5 benefits right there, and then you're stopping my foreclosure, you're protecting my credit, you're giving me money in my pocket, you helping me move, and you're paying for the moving company for the 1 month of storage. Like, come on. I was at a certain point. Again, people gotta say, "Hey, you're taking," and that's it. You gotta cut it off.
How would
Yeah,
you,
so putting that sign in front of the house is the best strategy because everybody's calling them up and ringing up, blowing up their phones. So
Everybody wants
yeah, that is so unique.
everybody wants to do the easy things. They don't want to. Nobody wants to pull the band-aid off. They all want to do the let me text them, let me call them. The easiest way to tell if somebody wants to sell your house is knock on the door and get in front of, hey, you want to sell your house, or you calling them, hey, you want to sell your house, because that's you don't want people don't like confrontation. People like to do the easy things. Some respond, some don't. If you call them, they don't answer you. Go knock on the door. If they don't answer the door, put it for sale by owner. Somebody's gonna call you.
Right.
It's a little bit again, and that's why we're here with Justin. You gotta be gutful. You can be okay, like a perfect pose that I'm gonna pose after this. You can go through life like you're walking on eggshells. Oh, I don't want to say this because I might offend somebody. I don't want to say this because I don't know how that person's gonna react. That's not living. What's going on, guys? Thank you, Addie. That's a great question. Yeah, that's what I would do. And actually, I'm gonna buy 2 posts. I think I have a recording of how I reacted. The first calls that I get are people trying to buy it, and the second call is a person that's actually the owner.
Mm-hmm. You
So
have them
again,
on YouTube, or where do you have them? The
no,
recording?
I recorded it a while ago on my computer. I think I should have it still. But again, it's those 2 calls. You're gonna get buyers, and you're gonna get the actual owner.
Okay.
You gotta be quick. Oh, you know what? Actually, my boss, I actually have a note right here in front of me. It says somebody's gonna call you that it's the actual owner. Oh, it sounds like you're the owner. Give me 20 minutes. Let me have my boss call you. What is your name, sir? I don't want to get your name perfect. Don't worry. My boss will probably find it. And if you don't, and then how does the conversation go once you call him back? Hey, yeah, Mr. X, you're the owner of the property on 1204. He's like, yeah, you put up for sale by owner. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? We hire a marketing company, and when they can't get a hold of the person, they go a little bit of gutsful and they actually put for sale by owner signs just to get the owners to actually call us back. But again, I apologize for the miscommunication. I'll make sure that they get a reprimand for doing that, because it is the second time it happens to me in the last 10 years. Are you interested in selling your house? Or what's going on? Again, they've been telling me the house has been vacant for a while. Are you gonna fix it, or are you gonna keep it? Well, what the fuck is to you? Well, yeah, again, I'm gonna invest. I'm trying to feed my family, getting a house, and again, that house has been there for a long time. Like that, you don't want to sell it? Maybe put some money in your pocket. It's like, well, I don't know. Well, why would you put your for sale by owner sign? I already told you, sir. It's because my marketing company that's local, when they only get paid when I actually get up the owner on the line. They don't get paid for just knocking on doors and walking the streets. I gotta get the actual owner on the line. And again, when people get hungry, they do some stuff that gets them paid. And unfortunately, like this one, they bought a $2 sign and put it for sale by owner on your house. And that's how the conversation goes.
Great. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. What's up, guys? Any other questions? Again, are you guys doing your bandit signs? I don't know what your marketing. I always have my bandit signs. This is a little one. I always carry, and I used to carry them just in plain sight, but then the code enforcement became a little bit more of an asshole in my area, so I made a trick. I just bought boxes that kind of have the same size of the bandit signs, and I have 3 boxes: the big sign, the middle sign, and the little sign. Actually, 4 boxes.
What's the size? What's the size there, Arturo, that you have? The big, the little one.
This is a small one. You see my hand?
Yeah. Okay.
What, like 8 by 6?
Okay.
That's one of the. Usually, I post those in neighborhoods because they're not that much of an eyesore. But if you're looking for a house to sell, you call that number. And then I have this one's. It's a little bigger.
Yeah, those are good.
These are half of the 12 by 18. So it's 2 per 12 by 18. And then the other ones I ran out, the 12 by 18. And then I have the jumbo ones. Look at this one. And then like you get off and you do it. Like right now, there's I'm not gonna pull it out because there's a code enforcement guy right here. Art. Let me. There you go. There you go. This humongous one. This is a big 18 by 24. Yeah, again, you just gotta not be scared to do it. You know what I mean? So there's money behind those. See, there's stuff for sale by owner. We buy houses there, sign there. And right now I'll get off and I'll put it for you guys. Any other questions, guys? So again, like in my area, there's some foreclosures coming. I'm gonna get one property where they owe 145, it's worth 180, but it's already vacant. And the good thing, their mailing address was down the street, so literally I went to go knock on their apartment, and I got the deal, and it's gonna be a wrap. It's worth they owe like 145, it's worth like 180. So basically, what I'll do is just wrap it, and then I'll negotiate with the bank either to reinstate the terms or just to get it for a payoff. But again, like I was telling you guys, I kind of do the same things over and over. Either bandit signs, stickers, I do my county searches, I do my calls, I do my SEO, which is simple. All the things that I'm telling you is simple. The SEOs, the Facebook groups, what's it called? That's pretty much it. That's all I do.
The payoff that you're gonna get, you're gonna negotiate with the bank. If you get a payoff on the house, who you gonna bring to buy it?
For the payoff, so let's say they won 160 for it after all the fees and everything. So that means that in next week, when the foreclosures are go through, I'm paying $1,500 to block it. So once it's blocked, the bank's gonna know, oh shit, they have somebody involved that stopped us from foreclosing on this property. All right? That for them to reinstate the foreclosure, it's gonna be like it's gonna be around 8 months to when I get a notice of sale again. So that means I got 8 months to do something with it. In those 8 months, I'm asking for, you know what, can you know what, I want to settle the payoff instead of, it's like settling a credit card. It's the same thing, just a bigger amount. You know what, you want 160, the house current condition, take some pictures of the worst condition of the house. You know what, here are the pictures, and then you know what, I'll give you $80,000 for it. And you send it, you have your attorney send in the request, and you wait.
And what happens if they accept it? You're gonna find a cash buyer?
Yeah, shit. If the house is worth 190, and they accept 80, shit, I can assign it for 120.
Right.
And if I already have somebody in there, I'll sell the note. You know what I mean? I'll get a no buyer. You know what? No buyer. I wrap this property at 190. They'll you 190, and they have a balloon in 3 years. I do have a payoff. I won't tell them the payoff, but I'll sell you the note for 130. You put on the contract. Hey, this is how we're gonna sell it. You're gonna buy it for 120, but you gotta pay off A to B, and then pay me the difference. Because once you get on the contract and everything, you have the powers of attorney, you have the letters of authorizations, you got the contracts from the A to B, you got the IDs, you get what's it called, the do not call me directly. All things has to be done through mail. As far as with the banks, again, you have all these things lined up. You have the deed that you haven't recorded, but you have already notarized and everything, and you're just ready to do it. And let's say they don't, they let's say they don't agree to your settlement at 80, and they still want 160. Oh, perfect. We'll wait. Well, you know what? The condition's not getting better. It's getting the same. You send it. You know what? I'll give you 81,000 instead of 80, 81. You have the attorney send it again for 81. And then let's say month 8 comes in, you get a notice to foreclose already. Boom, they're gonna foreclose again. Guess what you do? You block it again, and then you get another 8 months.
Wow.
And that's part of, again, that's the parts that I learned from the cash cow course, the pre-foreclosure cash cow. But I use it in the way that I'm gonna buy the property. You know what I mean? But it's the same thing. You're just blocking the foreclosure, postponing it.
Right.
And again, when they say, well, how'd you block it? Well, the attorneys know. But there's things, you can request a summary judgment. I think I learned that new one. You can request stay. I want you to verify that you're actually the person that can foreclose on this property. Because I signed with lender X. Now you're telling me lender Y has my property. I want you to go through all of these, and I want you to show to my attorney all those paperworks, the original contracts, and then how they transferred it from lender Y to lender Z to lender W to lender X. I want you to verify me all that. Now that means they gotta go to storage and get all that information. They gotta go back to lender Y. Hey, lender Y, do you have the documentation? No. Oh, lender X, do you have the documentation? No. Who has the documentation? A lot of people don't even ask this from banks. That's why they get foreclosed so easily. Some banks lose this information. You know what I mean? They lose the actual contract, the original contract that was signed. Since it's been transferred back and forth so much that nobody knows who. Again, at the end of the day, somebody, but now it's digital, but so you get some small companies that is actually a physical file. And I think you have to have physical files. But again, at some point, some people lose these documents. And if you lose the document and they can't confirm state that they're actually the ones that came foreclosed, then you got a free and clear property.
I think we have a question here, Arturo. So David asked, has any of this the foreclosure you worked where you are blocking, has a bank ever called the loan due?
Well, it's the same thing as the foreclosure. They're called the loan due, but I can block it. Calling the loan due and doing a foreclosure notice is the same thing. They're asking you to accelerate they're accelerating the contract either for non-payment or because they still foreclosure. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. We can always block it.
Gotcha.
Arturo, what's the instrument that you use to block the foreclosure?
An attorney knows that. It's called the TRO in my area, temporary restraining order. But again, there's multiple ways to blocking a foreclosure. Attorneys that they're in the business of that, they know, and that's why you need that type of attorney that knows how to block a foreclosure. You can give him some advice. There's TROs, temporary restraining orders, to block foreclosures. You can actually give him a YouTube video. Maybe it's a brand. Again, unfortunately, you have to do it through an attorney. But maybe you get a new attorney that doesn't know that much. You give him a YouTube video, and then he sees it. And then guess what? He has other attorney friends that he asks, "Hey, can I do this?" Like, yeah. Oh, how do I do it? Do this. Okay, perfect. Then you got an attorney that knows how to block a foreclosure.
Great. We gotta teach them too.
Yeah. Some people, we're all humans. I mean, I don't know everything.
Yeah.
Just because you have a doctor's degree doesn't mean you know how to change a tire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know how to change what's called a cylinder on the head on a car. I can teach you.
Right. By the way, Arturo, how's your VAs doing? I know you hired them on the beginning of the year. Did you get any deals from them yet?
I got 2 deals from them that I actually closed on, but I'm trying to test it at a 6-month level, so I can give you a full 6-month worth of data. You know what I mean? There's again, it's just a matter of just tweaking. I'm paying $690 for them already. I think it was $580 the first time. Now I'm paying $690 for them, and they kind of help in the acquisition as well, a little bit in the negotiation, just because I want to get more time back. But it's just a matter of tweaking, because they send me deals that like, this is not a deal. Like, you didn't negotiate anything. I could have called and gotten that price, give them the full retail. But again, that's what you get at. I could probably pay $2,000 to somebody that knows a little bit better, but that's, for me, that's too much of a cost. But if I can pay $690 to this person and teach them more or less when I get a deal from them, I actually do a video cast like I sent to you guys, and I explain, okay, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I don't like, this is what I would have done, and then I send them a video. I send the video to the manager, and I send the video, and then the manager sends the video to the VA. But yeah, I usually want to do 6 months. So again, probably May is a 6 month for me.
At least you got 2 deals. Were they vacant houses? What kind of deals?
They were. It's the list that I gave them. One was a back credit, and the other one I think was an old Dodo, not a Dodo list, an old what's the list called? Staccato. A Staccato list. It's a back credit list, but it's different than the back credit list. There's 2 types of back credit lists. This one I bought in the beginning of 2019. This list itself, and I had it. I still had it, and that's why I'm telling you, you don't need new data. Again, this lady spoke to them. Yeah, the one they're interested in selling, and I got that deal from the Staccato list. And that's why I'm telling you, you guys don't need new lists. If you have 20,000.
Explain that list again. That second bad credit list.
Staccato, CITRADO. It's from California. They usually, what they do, they get credit information. What's it called? Credit information, and they send you that. Basically, I think 180 days or more past due. I learned from this list. through what's it called? What's his name? Scott Oates. I was in his mastermind, and then Mr. Moore, what's his name, from Texas. If you Google it, YouTube it, there's a video on how he explains what it is. It's basically what it is. Just 180 day late on a mortgage list. You can do 180.
Right.
Do 90, but
Right,
usually
right.
180 days is good.
Yeah. All of my deals came from the bad credit list. All of my deals. All of my deals came, I do expireds, I do Zillow, I do Craigslist. All of my deals came from the bad credit list.
Yeah. And there's a psychological trigger, because if they're bad credit, again, man, somebody that's bad credit has a lot of bad things going on in their life. 99% of the time.
Where do you get that list, Arturo?
The one that I was telling you is Staccato. I'll put it in the group. I think the name is Michael. Let me see. Hold on. I called them a while ago. Let me see if I have it. I should have it here. Citree. Yeah. Oh, no, actually, I don't have. Oh, yeah, I have Staccato. The guy's from California. I'll put the phone number. Maybe he's still the rep. I think I paid for that list. It was 1,200 records for $300. It's a little bit more of an expensive list than others.
Well worth the money.
But yeah, it was worth it. Yeah. Like I was telling you, I got one deal from it when I first got it, and now I got a second deal from it 3 years later.
Huh.
Because it's the same people. Again, people are people. And again, you can't build new houses. Again, it's the same people. If you have 20K numbers and 20K, again, you can make money the rest of your life in the same list, because the situation is going to change. If it's bad credit, it's always going to be bad credit. Usually people that have bad credit, it's something it's a pattern forever. They don't change that bad credit. It's always bad credit.
You're going to put that information on the...
I'll put it in the group.
On the group. That's great. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. But yeah, bad credit has a lot. Again, it's good. Like I was telling you guys, I try to keep it as simple. I don't want to confuse my business too much. I kind of do the same things over and over and over. Again, I keep it simple. I do the same thing over and over. And again, I'm just consistent with it. And that's the main thing. You got to be consistent with it. Because if you're not consistent, then you got, of course, if you're not consistent, you got to start pointing fingers. Like, no, you got to be consistent. That's the only way that can make you anything in life. You got to be consistent. If you want to lose weight, you got to be consistent. It's not a diet. It's just got to be consistent. What's going on, guys? I'm driving around. I saw a couple of properties, and I'm actually going to look at another foreclosure that's coming up. But again, I'm in it. Again, you saw my bandit signs. I have the stickers. I have my VA working my what's it called? My county searches, making some calls. Again, it's the same thing. And my SEOs in the mornings, my Facebook groups in the mornings. And yeah, just consistency. Consistency over time. It's like momentum, keeps on building up. Any other questions, guys? How's everything, Vernon? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I'll get my property rented out on Sunday. I signed the on Sunday.
That's good, brother.
Yep.
So how much you making on that one? What was the rent now?
I could have got an extra $300, $400, but I'm gonna make $1,500. I'm gonna make about $1,450 a month.
Oh, that's after the $500 or before the $500?
After.
For $200, man, that's golden, dude.
After, yeah. After.
You're making $14K a year on that deal, consistently. Shit, there's some business out there that make $100. They're happy per door.
Right.
It works, right? It works. You work it.
I had to put a hot water heater in there. That's it. Cost me $1,200 to put a hot water heater in it.
Yeah. And if you're smart, you put it on a credit card.
Yep.
And pay a little bit of credit. Let
Yep.
it pay for yourself over time. It's golden, dude. You just replicate that. You make if you get 10 of those a year.
I'm trying. I'm doing the auction list and the pre-foreclosure list. I'm really trying to hone in on that.
Talk a little bit about that deal. So you found it was an auction deal, right?
No, it was bad credit list. The guy is like $33,000 and behind in payments, and the mortgage, they have not even started the foreclosure process yet.
Okay. How long ago did he move out from the house?
He moved out, but he has relatives staying there. And when his relatives were staying there, the bank tried to come and change the locks.
Okay.
So
They scared him?
Yeah, so when I got it, it was vacant.
Perfect.
It was vacant.
And then how did the conversation go with the owner? What'd you tell him? Like within a minute, what'd you tell him? Hey.
Well, I asked him, I said, did you have the, I said, I see you had it, I see you had it listed. What happened with that? He's telling me that the agent didn't know what he was going to, didn't know what he was doing or something like that. So I said, how much the agent said he was going to pay you? He said, nothing. I said, well, if you let it go to the bank, what's going to happen? How much you're going to make? He said, I'm not going to make anything. I said, look, I'm probably going to give you like $5,000, but I can't give it to you all at once. I'll give it to you $500 a month. And that's what I told him.
What did he say?
Okay, no problem.
You see, sometimes people just don't ask these questions, right?
Yep.
So it works if you do it. Just ask questions. Yeah, I'll give you 10K, but I can't give you all at once. See, I don't even put it that way.
I didn't even say nothing about well, let me rent it from you and nothing like that. I said, look, I'll give you $5,000, but I can't give you $5,000 right now because I have to talk to I had to hire an attorney and this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? I told him all the different things that I had to do from my point of view.
There you go.
Good job.
You didn't make it about him. This has to work for me, not for you. I'm giving you $500 a month.
Right. And I didn't start off with $500 a month. I told him, look, I'm going to give you $5,000, but not right now. I just give it to you, every month.
There you go.
It's about $270,000 house.
There you go, man. And now you have it. You have control of it. You have I'm telling you guys, there's people out there. There's big industrial investors that if they make $100 per deal on a rental, that's a winner.
Hey Werner, did you talk to the attorney to block it yet?
Yes, me and him are wrangling that together. I'm getting ready to probably gonna go back to the seller and put the property into a trust, and then when that time does come up, the trust is going to file for bankruptcy. But I'm trying to think if I'm going to have it in a trust and also in an LLC, so I can get a couple more bullets to block it.
There you go. And it's just simple. It's just following the little steps.
Right.
And not being scared. Again, doing what it needs to be done, not being scared and just getting it done. Again, if you're telling me that I can get $1,400, but let's say worst case scenario, if I get $1,200 a month on one house, shit, I'll do that anytime. But unfortunately, a lot of people, they want to have those $1,200 already in their pocket before they take the action. Well, it doesn't work like that. Like they say, you gotta sign the check before you receive the money, bro. You can't get the money and then give him a check for it. It doesn't work. You gotta put your money where your mouth is.
Right. You do.
Again, congratulations, Vernon. Again, that's great, my brother. Again, yeah. I need to start doing those because in my area, the average rent is like $1,200. Mm-hmm. It might work, but I need to go to $3,000, $4,000 a month of rent. Those,
Yeah.
if I get 10 of those, man, I'm making 30K, 40K a month.
Yeah.
And,
I
and don't tell me there's tons of properties out there that are vacant with loans behind them, and the sellers willing. Hey, you know what? That's a perfect way to put it. You know what? I'll give you 20K, but I can't give it to you all at once.
Yep.
There you go. Now I learned from you because I never put it like that.
Good job.
We'll do a 70-30 split. See, that's more complex. 70-30 split. What does that mean? You see?
Yeah, you want to keep everything simple.
Exactly.
Simple. You don't want to say lease purchase and this, that, and the third. Keep everything. Look, I'm gonna give you $5,000. I can't give it to you right now, but I can give it to you over time.
Oh, see, I'm telling you, Bernard, I didn't even put it that way. Mine was way more technical, and it's more complex. I understand it, but to explain it to somebody in less than a sentence, or within one sentence, it's better like the way you said it. Let me pick up this call. Hello.
Vernon, you got the lease agreement done with the seller?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, whenever I work with sellers, wholesale or whatever, I always get the contract signed, but I also get it notarized. Because if my inside say I can't trust the seller or something like that, I go down to the county and have it recorded. Especially on the wholesale side, because sometimes people change their mind. Somebody else whispers something in their ear, they can get a better deal or something like that. And if the deal fall apart and they're going to sell it to somebody else, when they do the title search, they'll see, they'll see me there, and they have to come see me to pay me a fee.
I was told if you just lease that property, and you use this guy's performance lease that we talked about before, right? And you don't, if it comes down to it that there's a foreclosure action that now begins, talk to your attorney. He should be able to represent you as the tenant. You don't have to. I don't think you need to worry about because there's so many. The feds have so many damn different laws out right now. The two attorneys I've spoken to, so we don't need to get involved with your guy. We can just represent you as a tenant. Oh, wow.
Yeah, those are new rules that came up. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now those are two bullets that represents you as a tenant itself.
Makes the whole situation a lot simpler.
Wow.
That gives you another 18 months to do something with it.
Wow.
What state is this in?
Pennsylvania.
How backed up are they with foreclosures?
Like I said, he's $33,000 behind, and there is no foreclosure action. So it never hit the like I always say with the foreclosures, there's pre foreclosures, meaning that they haven't went to the county clerks and put in a less pendants, and then there's the 100-day, 200-day late. So the 100-day, 200-day, 200 late stuff, nobody really goes after that except for people like Arturo. But once it goes to the court and it has a less pendants and it's recorded in its public record, all the investors know about it. You understand? So they never did a less pendants on it yet. So they haven't even started the foreclosure process.
You could be sitting for years with this house without having to do anything to it.
Yep. Especially with the more another year just before they even start the foreclosure. And then that's you're making at least $13K in the pocket.
Yeah.
One deal.
And like me, like I started June 8th of last year. I hired a VA. I got these different apps and stuff like that, and I buy a list, and I spend about $1,000, $1,100 a month. That'll take care of my whole business, and I don't even have to put that out, and I can really hone in and get my business, the way I want it. I don't even have to worry about that. That'll be paid. That'll fund my whole business.
There you go.
Gee whiz,
Out of one deal, your your
Yeah.
capital expenditures already done. You have your business already ran by itself.
I love
man, let's
that
go.
business model.
It cost me
Yeah, man. Again, you see,
it'll probably cost me like $2,000 with cleanup, the hot water heater, notarizing of the contract and stuff like that. That's it. It's not even $2,000. It's not even $2,000. Probably about $1,700.
You want to use a mobile notary? You ever try them out?
Yeah, that's what I use. That's what I use all the time. That's what I
great.
use all the time.
That's great. No games played.
All the time.
So I'm waiting on that list there, Arturo.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I use one, GeoPoint. I think it's GeoPoint Data. I use that one. That's the one I use. But I don't get the I've been searching for the 100-day late, 90-day late stuff. This other company called Exact Data, they say they have it, but their list is very, very minimum, very, very small.
Yeah,
I was on the phone this morning with TransUnion about an hour ago. And they'll custom make the list for me, any areas I want, but it's $5,000 up front. I'm like, whoa. Oh, we have to build this for you and all this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. You keep it going. Yeah.
That's the same thing with Nexus Lexus.
Yeah.
Skip Trace with them, they want you basically like a $2,000 a year retainer fee. They want you to spend $2,000 a minimum every year with them.
If the data is good, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But LexisNexis is all just public information. So I want to get the information, like you said, when they're delinquent, which means I'm dealing with credit bureaus or whatever. Or, that's really the best way to get it. So I mean, $5,000, if it's a one-shot deal, I want to find out how long it's good for. And if I set up my metrics inside of there, how big, they said they guarantee me, wait a minute, they guarantee me something like 25,000 names. I went, geez, 25,000. So, I don't know.
How much is that? Put it up. 25,000.
Yeah. I don't think that includes the cost of the lead. The $5,000 is to get you set up. And I don't know, they're going to send me information on it this afternoon. So,
yeah, there's a list in California called the Dodo list. I don't know if you guys heard it, the Dodo list. That one's like around DODO.
Yeah.
That one's around 14,000 per year. And it works because the guy that I found out this from is Scarutz. He uses it in California. But again, this guy is probably spending around $70K a month in marketing. But then again, one deal, he could probably make $130 in assignments fees. So it's worth it for him to spend that much. I think he pays like around $50K for that data in his market. And I think it's they give you, because I called them to ask them about my area, and I think for my area it was 14,000, 7 up front, 7 in 6 months, and they give you, I think it was 20,000 leads.
Are these the leads that they're going to provide you? Are they all mortgage holders that are delinquent?
They're all, again, the way that the guy that created this list, he's an astronaut, actually. He's an engineer, astronaut, what do you call it? He's real smart of a guy, right? And then he went into a real estate business.
Nice.
So the way that it's a bunch of data points that he picks to get you the list. I think I shared the book that he wrote in the group. I don't remember the guy's name from the top of my head anymore. But yeah, he's a what are those called? When you work for the NASA, what are you called?
Astronauts, engineers.
Yeah, what type of engineer is it? Quantum engineer, some shit like some fancy name.
Aerospace engineer.
Yeah, something like, yeah, he's real good with data, and getting shit done with data. And then he started noticing that I think the reason why he got into the business because one of his buddies or somebody lost a house. And he's like, well, you could have sold it to somebody, whatever. And he started digging down. Is there people out there like you that maybe I can match him to an investor? And then he became an investor himself. He's part of I think he's part of the Collective Genius mastermind that you have to make at least I think $2 million a year in real estate, part of that mastermind.
Yeah.
And he's in that group. Everybody loves him because he might be a little bit of an introvert, but with data, he's a king with data.
Interesting. All right, man. It's all good. Always interesting on Friday afternoons with Arturo.
It's definitely great. Great for you guys to be here again. Great for you, Vernon, on that property, man. You're making $1,400 a pop. Shit, that's gold right there, man. And overall great. Let's have a great weekend. Let's just do the things that we need to do, guys, to get the thing done. Again, let's not be scared of not doing the things. Again, don't be texting somebody, call them. Don't be saying, I can't get the address, put it for sale by owner in front of it. And take the punch, know how to react. Again, I appreciate Justin because again, I was a little bit of an asshole, but now that I know Justin's skills as far as the guts and clots, I'm an asshole that knows how to talk to people and they don't get that much upset at me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did that where you said put the for sale sign on different houses and different places for people to call me about a house that I might have for sale in the area. And the guy called me. He said, "Is this house for sale?" I said, "No, this house isn't available now. Isn't available right now." He said, "Why is it not available?" I said, "It's pending." He said, "What did you say?" I said, "It's pending." He said, "This is me and my brother's house. What do you mean it's pending?"
That one, Vernon, the way that I answer it, I don't know if you heard this the last 10, like the halfway through the video, the way I answer it, he's like, "Yeah, you know what? Are you the owners?" Or like, "What do you mean it's not pending?" Well, if this property was available, what would you offer it? So let's say the way that I said this conversation, like my boss told me I was gonna get two calls. People wanted to buy it, and when they were gonna buy it, I was gonna ask them, well, if this house was available, how much would you offer for it? 100K, perfect. What's your name? I already have your number, perfect. And then I was gonna get the second call, the actual owner. You know what, mister? Actually, my boss said that I was gonna actually get this call. Let me have my boss get on the phone. Give me 20 minutes. But you see, the words that I use, hey, are you selling this house? Well, I'm just the answering company. My boss told me just to take number and how much would you offer it if it was available? If it was available. And you always put it back. I just got hired to make the call, to pick up the phone number, guys. Don't be getting mad at me. I'm just the answering company.
That is what I use all the time. Even when I had the open house for this house right here that I'm getting ready to rent out, everything is this is what my boss wants. My boss wants 2 months and a half rent. He's going to make the decision on Sunday or this, that, and the third. Everything is my boss. Everything is my boss. It's not me. It's not me.
What happened when those owners called you?
Oh, they were mad. And I'm not going to lie. What I was supposed to do, I was supposed to deflect and then call them back and see if they were supposed to sell it. I hung up. I was a pussy. I hung up.
You bitch. You're a little bitch, Vernon.
You're telling the truth. And that's great.
I was a pussy.
That's great.
like the way, you know what? Yeah, just telling you, I always blame it on somebody, either my boss, the marketing company. Again, the good thing is that I got a hold of you, Mr. X. I apologize. I'll go ahead and go piss on the marketing company for doing this, but I already got you on the line. But it sounds, based on what you're hearing, I'm not hearing that you're not interested in selling, not even if I give you 100K for it, right? Oh, gotcha. Now money comes to, oh shit, now there's no more asshole 100K. Oh shit. Okay, I'll hear you out. exactly. But again, yeah, you can't be a bitch, man. You gotta
When they call you like that, you just say, "Wait a minute, this is your house? What's your house number?" And he gives you that. Well, that sign doesn't belong on there. The kids must have moved it. It's down the block. Oh, well, I got you on the phone. Tell me about your house. I've only maybe done that a half a dozen times.
But now, now you got the number, Vernon. Now you can have somebody else call them.
Yep.
But you see, it works, right? How soon did you get it?
It works. Right now on this call, I got a couple calls. I got a couple calls from them, from those for sale signs right now.
Don't use the same type signs on every property.
On every vacant property that you like, put a for sale by owner sign. On all of them, dude, I'm seeing serious. And if you want to know which one is which, go to CallRail, get 10 numbers for $30, and each one address has a number. So you record it. Oh, there's the one on Main Street. Oh, there's the one on West Street. There's the one on Orange Street. So you already know how to answer it. I'm the answering company. How can I help you? Oh yeah, this house on Orange Street, is it available? Well, I'm just answering company. My boss told me just to ask you if it was available, how much would you get for it? Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, who's this house? This is my house. Oh, you know what? My boss actually told me I'm just an answering company. He said that I was gonna expect this call. Let me have my boss get on the line. Give me 20 minutes. I'm like a monotone robot. I'm waiting for those calls. I have two outcomes: someone giving me an offer or someone getting upset at me, and I had the responses with them. So again, it works, but people don't want to do it because they don't want to pussy out. Hey, the good thing you were honest, and you learn from it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. It was again I'm great and happy for everybody, guys. Happy for you, Vernon. Again, let's get it done. Anybody that wants to get money, you gotta put yourself out there, man. Take punches.
Yep.
All right, guys. Let's have a successful Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. See you guys on Monday on 8 p.m.
Monday night. 9 o'clock Eastern time. Come on down and join us. I want everybody on there. We're going to be talking with everybody. So it'll be fun.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good, guys.
Great call. Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right now.